It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Steelers, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Raiders at 9-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
Physical man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd and long.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
There's Chris Olave.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down.
He finds his man Johnson.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So out come the Raiders.
The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett.
He gets this one to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and 2.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker. That's batted down.
That's time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run through on that short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talked a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. 43 yards.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. First and 10, here's Pickett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Johnson's got it complete. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Pickett sets up play action. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot,
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He's tackled on the 29-yard line. It's the pickup of 3. Brings up
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
This from 32 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So his second field goal now here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Pickett.
His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burper?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Pickett now from the gun here.
And it's caught.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Olave holds it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Complete to number 85.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Steelers.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done.
They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 20-yard line.
Pickett now on first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Pickett to throw on first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Pickett back to throw.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
From the gun on third down, Pickett.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Here's second and 5 now from the 37.
Back to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. They come up now third and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 7th.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The stop by Taven Bryan.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Steelers, it's just their 3rd win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.